I heard about the House of Genius about a year and a half ago. I know the co-organizer of House of Genius, Whitney, and she invited me to come. So I presented in April of 2016. Honestly, I had been told that the House of Genius was for-profit entities and that they were in their nascent stage, and so you're pitching an idea, but typically a pain point for your for-profit company, and you'd receive feedback from practitioners whom you didn't know, and you didn't know what their practice was, but you would receive advice on how to run your for-profit company. So I was nervous because I run a social enterprise with my co-founder. I think what surprised me was the engagement level of the community members. There were people from all different professions and many different ages who I think enriched the experience because of their diversity, the diverse background of both their profession and also their engagement in different community activities. And so it was neat, I think, to be with people who you don't know what they do. You don't know their names and you don't know what they do prior to your presenting, and it's not until after you present and after they provide you feedback that you learn what their profession is. And so it's an interesting way to initiate engagement, but then also networking, because it's raw. It's what your practice is and what your interests are up front prior to knowing what people do, which is really neat. I would say what I got that I didn't expect is the coaching leading up to my presentation at House of Genius. I worked with a woman named Valerie who helped me craft my presentation. And Valerie has stuck with me. She's stuck with the Women's Bakery. She's a donor. And she helped me create presentations for 2 more presentations that I gave later. One was a TED Talk. So she has been invaluable. And the connections that you do make at House of Genius through House of Genius do stay. I just saw Valerie last week. The Women's Bakery is a social enterprise. We're a hybrid nonprofit, for-profit company. We're a nonprofit in the United States and we're for-profit in East Africa, where the majority of our operations are. In essence, the Women's Bakery educates and trains women, and we empower them through education and business. So we act as a vocational business school for women. And our program is both training and then business curation. So we bring them through 150 hours of vocational training, and then the end product of that training once they graduate is a bakery. I brought scale as a problem. So we operate in Rwanda and Tanzania. We have 5 current bakeries that are all about medium size. So medium means between 5 and 15 women employed at each bakery. And I was looking for scalability. We have a model, we've proven that it works, and now we're trying to replicate it. And so we're trying to replicate it, keeping the costs low, but the access wide. It's a wonderful experience. I think you are given 5 minutes, and a tight 5 minutes. They'll cut you off right at 5 minutes. And so it's good practice for you to distill the essence of your company, as well as the pain point that you're identifying and bringing to the table in 5 minutes. Furthermore, the feedback that you get, because there's such a diverse group of people listening to what your business is and what your pain point is, it provides very interesting perspective and dynamic perspective that then you can follow up with, because this is your community. I would highly recommend it. It's a wonderful experience, whether you're the presenter or you're the one at the table listening to the presentations. It's a wonderful way to engage in your community, and it's a wonderful way to learn what's going on.